So this is the OBSBOT Tiny2 Lite, and in my fist right here is its little brother, the Me2. And after this video, I know that you guys are going to want to go out and buy one of these, so without further ado, let's talk about these two amazing webcams and why I think it's the last one you're ever going to need. Let's get into it. So let's quickly unbox the OBSBOT Tiny2 Lite and see exactly what you get in the packaging. So of course you are greeted with the paperwork right when you open it up, and I like this compact kind of unboxing experience. It makes it feel very premium, and then you're greeted with the actual camera itself. Inside the packaging you also get a very long USB-C to USB-C cable, so you don't have any issues wherever you do want to mount the actual webcam. And it brings an additional USB-C to USB-A adapter if that's something that you do need. They didn't have to include that, but it is nice that they do. And now the Tiny2 Lite is what's called a PTZ webcam. If you've ever used something like Center Stage on the iPad, where it does track you based on your head movement or your body movement, that's exactly what this is. So PTZ stands for pan, tilt, and zoom, which means that it can physically move left and right, tilt up and down, and zoom in and out all automatically thanks to their built-in AI. The Tiny2 Lite is powered by a 2-axis gimbal, so it tracks your movements with your body part tracking, hand tracking, and also zone tracking to make sure that you're always in frame and always in the best lighting, no matter the situation that you're in. So another thing that I wanted to talk about was the fact that all I did was plug the OBSBOT in and it was ready to go. It turned on, it started following me by default, as you can see right here. And also, this is a great way to test out the new onboard microphones, which has dual microphones for the Tiny2 Lite. And then lastly, when it comes to autofocus, this thing is second to none. Focuses on my hand, then me, pretty much immediately. So if you guys need that in your life when it comes from a webcam, highly recommend it. Now we are in 2025, which means that every single brand and company is slapping AI to their products and services, but in this indication or in this use case, it does actually help out a lot because it's used as a tool. So they have something called Gesture Control 2.0, meaning you raise your hand and it locks in and focuses in on you immediately. And then you can make the L-shaped gesture with your hand, the camera will recognize it, and then it'll zoom in and out depending on what you want, without actually physically touching anything, which I love. You'll see the ability to set up preset mode, so you can save your camera positions, your blur level, your tracking mode, and anything when it comes to being able to set up your camera for how you want to be seen when you are using it as a webcam. And it also has some versatility modes like landscape, portrait, and even upside down shooting, so you can actually use this to record some TikToks or Twitch or any other meetings that you see for that matter. You are dealing with a nice 1/2-inch CMOS sensor for a clean, detailed image in pretty much any lighting, so it's built to be used in great lighting, but also in the situations where you do have very dim or almost no lighting at all. The autofocus is extremely responsive, which is very important when you are using webcams like this one, and you have dual omnidirectional mics with noise cancellation, and no extra mic is needed in any of these setups. What's crazy about this particular webcam is that it feels pretty much like a tiny studio assistant in your pocket that can pretty much go wherever you see fit, use with any type of hardware, whether it is a laptop, a desktop computer, or even an iPad nowadays, because again, we can use that with USB-C. And then I also quickly wanted to bring up the Me2, which is going to be the little brother to the Tiny2 Lite. It brings everything that you would need aside from the PZT controls, so it doesn't do all the tilting and the gimbal action, but everything else is built into this tiny little package, which comes in a bunch of different colors, is extremely portable, and is smaller than an AirPods Pro case. And what I like about it is that it's super modular because of the magnetic nature of it, so you can attach it without the stand that it comes with. It's also mountable like any other camera in a normal tripod setting, but then of course you can actually just magnetically attach it to pretty much anything at all if you want to, as long as you can reach it from a cable standpoint. But again, from an image quality standpoint, you're still dealing with a punchy 4K video, fast autofocus, you have the dual mics as well, and you have all the gesture controls from a software perspective that I mentioned earlier with the Tiny2 Lite. It also has AI auto framing, so it automatically adjusts for one or multiple people if that's what you need to, works in both portrait and landscape modes, and it's ideal for people who just want something clean and travel friendly without having to bring a little bit larger version, which is going to be that Tiny2 Lite, and they don't need that PZT control either. So if you're someone who presents, teaches, streams, or just wants to look and sound better on video calls to be just more professional overall, the Tiny2 Lite is honestly a game changer, and it's a rare type of webcam that can pretty much handle any aspect when it comes to any of the webcam necessities. And then of course, if you want something just a little bit cheaper that can still do a lot and get you pretty much 90% of the way there, the Me2 and its compact nature might be the one that honestly I like the most, just because of the design language especially. But that'll pretty much do for this video. If you guys do want to check it out, it'll be the first links in the description, and I believe they are running some sales coming up soon for Prime Day, so those will also be down below for you guys to get the best deals possible. Right now the Tiny 2 Lite does retail for $179, and then the Me 2 retails for $129, but again, stay tuned for some sales coming up on Prime Day. But big shout out to OBSBOT for partnering up with 9to5Mac on this video, and really looking forward to using these in all these different environments that I mentioned earlier. But that'll do it. If you made it to the end, leave a little dolphin in the comments down below so I know you made it to the end. And until next time, I'm Fernando. Peace, everyone.